Alright, so here we are again with the 1985 Camaro, and as we can see here, it is missing something, and I'm not talking about the paint. Got no louvers. So, I bought the cheapest louvers I could find, the fake ones, not real ones. So these are just the plastic reproduction ones, but they're the cheapest ones I could find. So we're going to see how they match up to what would have been factory. Alright, let's take a look at these. Here we have them. So, these are the louvers. This one's upside down, as you can see. It's got the these little pins all over it for installation. And this is right side up. So I picked this thing up. It flexes. It's a little bit flimsy, but it's structurally it feels good. Like it's meant to flex for the hood. So seems good that way. So the curvature of it looks proper. We'll see when we install it on the car. So they come with a very nice installation kit here. These, I'm not entirely sure what they are meant for just yet. When I install it, it'll probably make more sense, but basically just soft rubber with a slit through it so it can go onto it. It's almost like it's meant to attach to the fin here. I just don't see what benefit it would have, but like I said, when we go to installation, maybe it'll make more sense. The bottom of it for these pins here, we've got basically like the factory. We've got these nuts that just they basically cut a thread as you tighten them on, and we've got these nice little washers here, and they're like a rubbery material, but these will so you'll drop the pins through the hood, and then on the back side of the hood you put this on first, and then you'll take the nut and tighten that on there, and it'll prevent vibrations and whatnot. So that's pretty nice quality there, that it includes all that. As far as quality though, without installing them just yet, as far as quality looks, there's nothing broken on these. They showed up in good shape. They're boxed pretty generically as you would expect. And like as something that's purely decoration, I think that they look pretty good. So yeah, we'll go and install them now, and we'll see how they turn out. Alright, so let's get to installing these. Now they don't come with any instructions, and I'm still a bit lost as to what these are for, but I've seen in photos that they go on the end here and just kind of attach to other places of the thin where it's kind of thin where it can actually attach to. So I guess it's just to reduce vibrations. So I don't know for sure if I'll install those, but they can be installed later on anyways. So should just line up, find the holes. There, it just dropped in. Grab the other side. There, just dropped right in. So now I gotta tighten them down. Okay, there we go. So now I have to lift the hood and tighten them down. Alright, so here we are on the bottom side. We see all these little plastic pins sticking out, and we've got this little rubber washer and a 7/16 nut. So we'll put that on first and then tighten the nut onto it, and should be a pretty quick, easy installation here. Alright, so run into one problem already, is the supplied hardware here. It doesn't actually fit onto here. As you can see, I was trying to thread on this one. I tried on a couple others, and it just digs a big groove into there. It's too tight to actually get past this. It's like a little bit of a cone here on the end. It's too tight to get past that. So, not a big deal. I went and got these. So these actually do fit. They fit quite well. So I'll be using these instead. Okay, so I got all these self-threading nuts on here. They're all on there nice and tight. You might notice that these are not on there, because these, when you put them on here, and there's no instructions for any of this stuff, but when you put these on here, they tend to be just a little bit too low no matter what you do. The nut tries to go against it, and then the nut cannot actually thread onto here. It keeps getting this piece of little, it's actually not even rubber, it's foam. This little piece of foam gets stuck in there. And to be honest, I don't really want these on here because they're foam, they'll hold water. So they're not really that great anyways. Now, some of you are probably gonna say, well, they go on the other side. I actually matched them up to the other side, and there's no point because the other side, they would just be floating. There's nothing, so the pin, it would go on the pin, but the actual washer would not be against anything. It doesn't clamp down on anything because it's a big circular casting, how the pin comes through. There's a big circular casting, and it's basically, it would just be floating in there. It wouldn't be up against anything. It's not sealing. So it makes more sense for it to be on the side, but you can't get the nut on there when it's there because it goes against the nut. Okay, so now they're fully installed here. So let's take a look here. So first glance, they look all right. They seem to sit up the right amount and seem to look all right. But there is problems. So I don't know if you guys can see this, but so the way the pins go through, they go through the holes in a certain place, and you can't really shuffle them side to side or anything, so they go where they go. It is basically too tight along here. It's going against the metal right here, and it's way wider over on this side. And then of course you have a big huge gap right here the whole way. So a big huge gap right here, and too tight over on this side. So it's like this needs to slide over just a slight little bit on this side, and this one, same thing, slide over a little bit on that side. Now, if I can lift this hood in one hand, there we go. There she goes up. What you could do is file these holes a little bit and just move it over to the side a little bit. It wouldn't take a whole lot to do that, but I feel like it should just be proper for the amount of money you spend. It should just drop in properly. Alright, so the conclusion here is the plastic seems fairly strong and rigid. I don't think it's going to break. The mounting hardware is not very good from the start. So I've got different hardware. It's not a big deal. There's no instructions, so you kind of just got to know what you're doing. And the alignment is not very good. So overall, you get what you pay for, and they are louvers. They look proper at least. You're only going to notice that they're not quite right when you look up close. So they're not a bad deal. However, they're not really, like, I mean, if you're taking your car to shows, they're not good. I would not use them. But just to get by with having the holes in the hood filled, they seem to work out. So I hope you guys enjoy these. I personally don't really recommend them. And yeah, thanks for watching.